not enough people are talking about rock stars having always fucked these 14-year-old girls. You made a video talking about how Steven Tyler allegedly got a 14-year-old pregnant when he was in his late 20s. Jimmy Page allegedly slept with multiple young girls. Jerry Lee Lewis, there's
Yeah.
allegations of incest, pedophilia, and one victim being so young that when
Yep.
she, went to go be with him, her parents signed away her rights. She only had a dollhouse with her. And even Anthony Cadiz from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, in his own memoir, he talks about having slept with a 14-year-old. And when you look up news articles about, yeah, and that's his own memoir, he says, like, when news articles report on it, they're like, well, there was one incident about the time he had sexual intercourse with a 14-year-old. And this is a quote from the memoir. It says, quote, the next day we drove to Baton Rouge, and of course she came with us. After we got off stage, this was after they slept together.
Right.
After we got off stage, she came up to me and said, I have something to tell you. My father's the chief of police, and the entire state of Louisiana is looking for me because I've gone missing. Oh, and besides that, I'm only 14. And then he continues, I wasn't incredibly scared because in my somewhat deluded mind, I knew that if she told the chief of police she was in love with me, he wasn't going to have me taken out to a field and shot. But I did want to get her the hell back home right away. So we had sex one more time. So
Oh,
now it's twice that you've had sex with a 14-year-old and you're putting it in your memoir and like you just get to go like that's no,
bro,
like
you nasty, bro. Like that's what I'm talking about. But
yeah.
fame is, and another reason why, especially song conspiracy theories work so well, because people don't like fame. People have never liked the idea like this person is a god and they're just
Yeah.
untouchable. And it's nice because conspiracy theories almost bring them down to our level so we can hold them here and look at them in the eye, right?
Yes.
So to bring them down here and be like, ill, dude. Like, what are you doing? Like, yeah, they're untouchable in the sense that they're long rich and they got old money and they're on this penthouse somewhere in LA. But to actually bring their memory, their legacy down to a level where you can go, that's gross, like ew,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And Steven Tyler and all these others, I got I got a few people mad at me in the comments because they were like, you said allegedly, but there's evidence for this. Like they've okay, and to speak to that, I say allegedly because even if somebody said that it is evidence or evidential and there's evidence of it, I'm still gonna say allegedly because I ain't trying to get sued.
Yeah, same here.
Because imagine if I believe these people and they're like, oh, there's evidence for it, and I'm like, oh, Steven Tyler definitely raped a 14-year-old, and he comes
Yeah.
out and his lawyer's like, no, he didn't. There's no evidence of it. They tricked you. Here's a lawsuit.
Yeah. Also,
No,
allegedly doesn't, it means it could be yes, it could be no. It doesn't mean that it's fake, it's
yeah.
just allegedly.